She had anencephaly, and she lived for 93 minutes after her birth. But those 93 minutes completely transformed my entire life. Four years ago, my husband and I, we had a daughter. Her name was Elliot Relisha Cole Burkhart. She was born on June 6, 2019. She had anencephaly, and she lived for 93 minutes after her birth. But those 93 minutes completely transformed my entire life. So when our daughter died, it was like my biggest fear came true. And there's nothing I could do about it. And I wanted to fix it. And at the time, I thought, God was a good God, but he wasn't doing what a good God was supposed to do. In the midst of my grief and my anxiety and anger, I began to pull away, to just really stay to myself, away from my friends and my family, and most importantly, my husband and my child. I got to where I wasn't eating, I wasn't sleeping. I would shut off from the world. Suicide had crossed my mind, and he worried about that. And I told him, I said, right now I feel like I could just be done. And I can, looking back, those feelings were real, but that would have been so unfair to my family and my son, and I couldn't do that to them. I was a lukewarm Christian, is what I like to call it. I believed all these things, but my life did not reflect any of those things. If you would have met me, you would have known that I was a Christian, and that's not what I want. So after she died, I thought there has to be more. There has to be more to this. I felt him, and I've only heard from the Lord one time that I know of, and it changed my life. I was taking a shower, I was struggling with something, and I heard him say, "When did you stop trusting me?" And I knew when I did. I stopped trusting him the moment she wasn't healed. But again, to me, he wasn't doing what a good God was supposed to do. I had to surrender. I had to stop trying to figure out why, blaming myself, and fix everything. I had to lay it at his feet. And today, I'm now able to, I'm able to look back and see those blessings and see the time we got to have with her. It was absolutely beautiful. But before I surrendered it to him, I looked back at the sorrow. I looked back at the heartache, and I thought, I'll never get over this. How does a mother go on without her child? And I didn't know how to do it. But once I, like I said, surrendered, I was able to see beautiful things from it. I prayed for her to be healed, but also my prayer was for time. I prayed for time to spend with her. My husband, he got to hold her. Family members got to hold her, my son, and we got that. So my prayer was answered, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I'd do it all over again to have 93 minutes. There was a moment, in realization that I realized the moments that I had went through the pain, that it could either destroy me and define me, or I could choose what else to do with it. And I didn't want to live that way. I did not want it to destroy me. I did not want grief and pain to be my only story. So hope is what got me through. I chose hope, and I followed that 110%. For any mother that is in a situation similar to ours, and that they are angry and they do not know what to do, the best advice I would give them, for me, what helped me is I stopped asking why. I stopped blaming myself and searching for answers. Because we might not get them on this side of earth. It might be when we get to heaven. And surrender. Surrender is the biggest word for me. Really surrender it. Once we learn how to put it there and to leave it there and to trust him, like I said, he asked me, he said, "When did you stop?" And it's hard, but we have to. And these moments won't last forever. They will not last forever. It may take a while, it may take years, it may seem like it drags out, but once you do get to that other side of it, it is such a beautiful, beautiful transformation. You know, I'm just thankful now. I'm so thankful for what I have. I wasn't that way before, so I don't take anything for granted. I thank Him every day that I'm awake and my son is healthy and my husband's healthy, and through everything we have been through, we're still a strong family, and we're both, we both love the Lord. And if it weren't for Him, I don't know that we would still even be together. I thought would wreck us, but it absolutely did not. It actually made my marriage so much better, so much stronger. My husband was not my number one, and I didn't know that until after she died also. He is now my best friend. He is my number one. And, the Lord has really blessed me in that way too.